Hey, chat. Hey, chat. I bet you're wondering, hey, didn't you stream this yesterday? Don't you normally not stream multiple things in a row unless it's a new thing and you're obsessed with it? Yeah. But I also didn't feel like streaming anything else. So, here we are. How we doing? Hope you guys had a great day. I had a pretty busy day, but can't complain. Now, I just actually noticed, we are 1/3 of the way to Red Bull. Now, that's not good. That's not good. We are literally 3 races in, and we're already 66 points back of Red Bull. That's actually insane. Danny has been putting in the work. So is Sergio. Teo is the best of the rest outside the top 4. I mean, and then pit stops were horrible. Even though, I mean, Jeremy's pretty bad, I guess. I probably shouldn't have given him a 2-year contract, to be honest. But it's fine. It's fine. We got 40 days on all 3 of these. And that gives us till... We're going to have them for Imola. No, we're going to have them for China. Right. That's when they all finish, is 40 days. We're going to simulate... We're going to simulate Japan. My brain forgot what race it was for a second. We're not going to do well here. I mean, we're going to try for these. Wow. They have no trust in Teo, even though Teo's the better of the 2, weirdly enough. Hopefully, once all those upgrades come in with our tire preservation, our engine cooling, that should really help when we manage races. I mean, I think our tire wear is literally going up like 12-13%, something like that. So it's going to be pretty legit. We're not going to be doing China, by the way, even though that's where our upgrades come in, because it's a sprint weekend, who cares? I can just skip the sprint part. Maybe we will do China.
Hello and welcome.
How are we feeling here? Not too great, apparently. This is definitely tricky. I think we can go with that. I think that'll be like high 80s, hopefully. Immediately, I want to do that, then maybe that, a little bit of that, but then we have to do this. Ooh, it gets tricky. Okay. But not too tricky, actually. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hopefully they qualify well and beat our expectations, because we don't put much stock in those numbers saying you're the 15th best car on grid there. It does matter a little bit, but as you can tell, Teo's 5th. So, oh, really? Lando wants to go... I don't think it's a good idea, but he also really... Okay, apparently he has a lot to lose. I don't know. They're not accounting for the rain in this. I kind of just want to get rid of this stint. It just feels too risky. It says it's still raining at the end. Like, what? What were they thinking? I know our weather center isn't max, but, like, it's not horrible.
Haas can be very proud of their driver. It was
Teo?
such a magnificent show of talent.
Is that a podium?
That was an excellent performance. They set out with a great strategy, and it paid off with an impressive podium finish.
Did Teo get a podium? And Lando! See, Lando, I told you your strategy was dumb! Oh my god! Good job, Teo. Good job, Lando. That is 28 more points in the standings. And Red Bull didn't do as great as they have been. Leclerc bringing it to them. Williams having pretty great races, double points. RB having a good race. Mercedes doing decently well for them. Max doing horrible. His career is in a nosedive ever since he joined Aston Martin. Teo kind of brings his points back up to these guys. He's kind of, if he keeps driving like that, he's going to bring himself up into that fight. Leclerc really bringing himself up into that fight. A 4-point difference now. And the constructors, we secure our spot right behind Ferrari. We gain on them by 2 points. And we're back up in the constructors fight. Everyone else, not really. Kick and Alpine and Williams are going to fight probably. Aston and Red Bull are going to fight. And Mercedes and Hat Racing are going to fight. You know, we would have hoped that would have been us, and saying that as a good thing. But now that we're Haas managers and not that, I'm like, haha, sucks to be you. And we're not on the fastest pit stop still. Guys, I mean, we have consistent pit stops, though, and that's kind of more important than the extra 600 grand we get at the end of the year. So, it works out. And honestly, with how much we pay this guy, instead, if we were paying someone like Jonathan Wheatley, we would have to be paying him something like probably at least 4 million, right? We're saving all that money anyway when it comes to this stuff. Ooh. High speed downforce changes or low speed. We're better at low speed than we are high speed, so we're going to vote for high speed. Yeah. Okay, how'd it go? Okay, so we did the high speed changes. Cool. Cool. Of course, Ferrari, McLaren, and Red Bull weren't happy about that. High speed cornering, though. Hell yeah, design center improvements. I mean, we're not using it right now, but we are going to be using it very soon, I think. ATR is close enough, so I'm going to say yes to this. We do want Teo and Lando to go up. Lando did go up to 9th, luckily. He needs to get a podium to just jump ahead of all these guys. That's really what he needs. Yeah, Lando is just not happy with his current performance. Let's get these 3 new parts in now. For both cars. So right now, if we look here, it says we're 8th. This used to say 7th, actually, before I started the stream. But now that we got these, I don't remember which ones they are already. And there was side pods, right? Yes. So, I mean, this only went up to 17th. Tire preservation stayed last, but we're now competitive, I think, with all that stuff. We went up to 2nd in low speed cornering. I know medium speed is more important, but I think we went up still. And now, it says 3rd. Right? 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 We're going for those big payouts. Oh, we're going to manage the main event and qualifying. I think we're going to simulate Q1, though. Because I think there's no question we're making Q1. Unless Lando has a really bad day. How are we feeling about those components? They're pretty good. Okay. Let's simulate this session. Then we can maybe mess around with it a bit more. The setups. Excuse me. It's a bummer to see Rolex go, by the way. That's all I've ever known. I think this is, I feel like we need more oversteer, like around here-ish. But I also feel like we need way more traction. But I think that'll be good. I could be completely wrong, though. Let's go with that for Teo. And then we're going to simulate qualifying. We're going to check out how they did. What? Oh, starting grid. Okay, no, that's never right. That's Saturday starting grid. That's... No, I'm an idiot. Teo got first! Lando, again, just not being able to... 85 to 70... Lando, you have the better setup. You have the better rating. I just guess you're not as confident with the car? Hopefully we can get a sprint win for Lando. That'd be a good increase in points for him.
Now it's time.
How we do? How do we do? How do we do? Teo got... Oh, Lando just had a horrible race. Teo had an okay... 9 seconds behind Charles is crazy. He beat Daniel, though. That's a great sign for this weekend by almost a second. So these... There was a fight for these 2 podium spots between these 3. And then the next... Perez was down by 5 seconds, so that's big. I mean, there was a lot of gaps here. And Lando was 3 seconds off of Sargent. That should say a lot. Another double... Actually, it would have been a double points. It's not the race. I'm an idiot. I am big dumb. Just try a bit more. Maybe that's worse. I don't know. This is optimal. Good. We're going to give that a shot for Teo. We're going to let your staff manage this session. Is that going to simulate all of qualifying? I might have messed up. I'm sorry. Okay, Q1 position. No, we simulated all of it. Whoops. And Lando's setup did get better. Teo's got worse, sadly. But he still qualified first out of everyone. This is still the same qualifying. This is Q2 preparation. I'm so confused. Okay. I'm an idiot. Okay. That's because that was their sprint qualifying they're saying up here. This is the Q1 that I should actually be paying attention to. It said start. My brain did not see the word qualifying here and said start Chinese Grand Prix. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Listen, we're all learning at one point in time. We're going to have them run with a cooldown lap so that they can get out of people's way and get a good lap in. We're really hoping on Lando to do well this weekend because I want him to really start pursuing that top 3 of the Drivers' Championship. Genuinely. So, Porchero's got a good amount of space behind him.
Ready, check.
Thank you, Lando. We hear you just fine.
Okay, you ready? It's good. Loud and clear.
We love to hear it.
Radio check.
Copy, radio check,
Hell yeah.
Loud and clear.
Hell yeah. Let's let them go across. Hamilton getting out before everyone. He, doing well in the Alpine, made a good choice to jump ship from Mercedes when he did. Because again, he didn't in Season 2. He stayed with Mercedes even though he's hard-coded to go to Ferrari. He did not in the save file. Also, we're not seeing Sargent here, which is actually strange now. He normally makes Q2 every time now, and usually Q3. So, I'm a little concerned. 23.9 versus a 23.6. Again, Teo seems to just have that pace right out the gate compared to Lando. Lando occasionally finds more over it later on in the track, but 28.5, 27.9. Yeah, so we can tell that Hamilton is going faster than Norris right now in a worse car. So that's just not good. Hamilton's time is definitely going to be above Porchero's, or above Lando's. Yeah. But I think Porchero's definitely, yeah. 7/10 faster than Hamilton, so that means there's like a second here. At least. Again, just like the last race I took control of, the last qualifying we took control of. This happened in, what race did we do? Jeddah. Jeddah, that's what we did last. Okay, maybe we are going to have a bit more traffic this next time around. Or maybe not. I think Norris is going to be clear. Oh yeah, very clear. Actually, Leclerc is going to be in our way. And Vesti? Oh, Norris's run is dead. Oh, Porchere's run is dead. Honestly, yep, no point. Absolutely no point. Run's dead thanks to the Ferraris. So Porchere's 3/10 off Ricardo. Norris, oh my god, is 1.1 off that. That's actually horrible. I just don't understand why Norris is so much worse with this car. I'm genuinely confused by it. Again, it might just be Teo's overpowered in this game, but I don't think that's the only problem. Oh. I'm concerned for Lando. He's not going to make it at this rate. And I think Lando's run is about to be ruined, unless Gasly is still on a run and giving him slipstream. That'd be huge. Hey, Feng, how you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Okay, Lando's improving. Teo's not. Okay, that was clutch for Lando, but I don't know. I haven't checked out sprint qualifying yet. I don't really know what happened. So. Lando gets another lap in, so does Teo, but it's going to be ruined by traction. Oh? Didn't go pole with a purple sector. Teo just can't improve, though. So Norris did make up for it in the end, but again, this is only Q2. So Carlos Sainz looking quick. He's someone we need Lando to actually start beating. Verstappen out. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's manage Q3. Do the run plan. Do the run plan. And they're both on new tires. Yep. DRS disabled. Or enabled. I'm done. We're going to send Teo out first this time. We normally don't. We normally send Lando out first, but we're going to let maybe Lando get the slipstream because we want to just kind of give him a better race because he's starting to fall behind the points. The top 5 or 6 are like 60 plus. Lando's at like 23 in 9th, so it's not pretty. Joe, the Mercedes made it to Q3? How did that happen? They've been getting like last every race. Joe doing wonders with the car. At his home race, which is huge. And we get no traffic for this. Porchere's still going purple. Hey, Lawson doing great. Wait, you mean in my game? Or in real life? Lando.
Red flag.
Piastri? In my save, I see. They must have brought some insane upgrades.
Right, let's follow the action now at turn 7.
That's not red flag worthy, game.
A lot that could be done
I mean, maybe it is for qualifying, but like he's so off track.
Their confidence will have taken a knock. And for
So
the
off
crew
track.
watching on in the garage.
It is, but like it does help us technically. This is Q3. Do I want to waste a new set of softs? I don't think I do. How much time is going to be left in the session? 7 minutes? I think for Teo, we're going to use this extra set of softs, though. Although, should we? I mean, I know it says we save 0 seconds, but that's not actually true. We'll stick with the same tires for both. I'm confident Porcher won't really get past. We're going to send them out immediately, so we can deal with the least amount of traffic possible. Hopefully. Hopefully. Lando, I really need you to just kind of lock in this time. Because you're like, what, 1.4 seconds off Porcher every time at the start of every qualifying session? It's crazy. I'm just so shocked Mercedes improved that much from one race to the next. I'm shocked. Good for them, though. We get a nice free lap with no traffic. And Lando doesn't even improve? Well, he might have improved, but not enough to pass anyone? Oh. Hamilton in Alpine is so weird. You know what's so weird? That Verstappen in this game's career is taking a complete nosedive. I don't think he has more than 2 points this season yet in Aston Martin. Okay, neither of them are improving. Okay, Norris, you're going to be 8th just because of that. Good job, Lando. Your teammate's 1.2 seconds faster than you, buddy.
Copy.
Yeah, qualifying's done, though.
Okay,
Well,
copy.
I set them out for 2 laps. So, they were already, you know, in the middle of their first one. Or, in the middle after their first one is what I meant. At least I think. I don't know. Maybe I misspoke. Hey, Doof. Third on grid for Alpine is nuts. That is actually true. Ricardo has been... I think he has 3 wins already. He's not doing too well today. Poor Piastri, though. Had a chance. Completely botched it. Sucks to suck. But Teo getting another pole. He got pole in the sprint. Lando got 6th in the sprint for qualifying. Bestie does out-qualify Leclerc because Bestie's just better.
The 56 laps of the Shanghai International
Maybe?
Circuit await our drivers
Leclerc washed?
here in China.
No,
Shanghai
the
is
real
the
conversation is
best year of
Verstappen
fashion
washed
over the
in my save.
One of which happened even before the 2005 race had begun, when Michael Schumacher collided with Christian Albers on the way to the grid, sending Albers into the air.
Shanghai International Circuit is a complicated low-speed track that demands high downforce. The series of rapid turns from 1 to 4 demands high grip, but the more the drivers warm their tyres, the more degradation they'll have to deal with. Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Most of the contracts that we saw before the season ended up kind of going through. So, like, Gasly to Kick. Alonso, yeah, is at Williams now. Max to Aston did happen, and it sucks for him. Yuki did go back to RB. Lance is still in Aston. He's one of the few holdouts at his original team. Basically, the only holdouts at their original team, and I'm not going to count Yuki because he switched and came back, is Lance. Logan left and came back, mind you. Oscar. And Charles Leclerc. And Sergio Perez. We have 4 drivers who have stayed with their teams forever. Bottas and Miata do need to go. They did get replaced. They did. Bashore and Crawford are now there, which it's not much of an improvement. Crawford is basically the new Miata. Bashore is basically the new Bottas. And not in a good way there. Not in a good way. But yeah, no, we're hoping that Teo can at least get the first here. Leclerc did, you know, pull it out in the sprint, so... But he did qualify 3rd there. Vesty 8th. And Vesty ended up finishing... 21st. Gasly knock on our teammates again. Yeah, it's weird how so much of this has been weird. Again, Teo's doing great with a terrible car setup. I think I'm actually very okay with this. Can we turn up the aggressiveness here? No. Driver options. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I think we should also take 2 less laps of fuel. Because if our engine, it's not going to be nearly as hot, but I am not going to be pushing as much, I think, later on in the race. I think it's going to be good. I think it'll make me, and again, should we just do 1 lap? Let's just do 1 lap less. I'm scared. The last thing I want is to not cross the finish line because of fuel. That has not happened to me yet in this game. And I've seen it happen to other people. And I am scared. I'm a scared boy. But yeah, no, I'm okay with both these strategies. You know, they both give opportunities if safety cars end up happening or red flags to move on to better tires, depending on where they happen in the race. We do have an extra pair of soft for Lando in there, an extra pair of mediums for Teo, so I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good on safety cars. I said that last time, and we ran out of tires. Look, we ran out of tires in F124, not this game. I'm dumb. Look at that Haas on first again. Just like Jeddah. So hope it doesn't end up like Jeddah in third.
Talking about Ferrari's driver.
Yep.
What a
For
day
sure.
for them, starting on the 2nd row. Holding on to 4th will be a challenge in the race, though.
What? Oh, 2nd row. I thought...
So let's see
My
what
brain
today
thought he
has in
qualified.
store,
There must have been
shall
some
we?
penalties. Some engine penalties maybe that I didn't
The
notice.
excitement is building here
Am
in
I dumb?
Shanghai.
I might be... I'm remembering... Am I remembering wrong?
And it's lights out.
I am
and
remembering
away
wrong.
we go.
That was a cool shot, the way it just did that. Looks like Teo got a great start, though, compared to everyone else. They're all going to be fighting in that turn 1. Meanwhile, Sainz falls back to 8th. I think Sainz did take an engine penalty. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb and I'm not remembering right. But we do end up losing that position. Norris did not secure it. I thought Sainz was qualifying well. No. Oh, one thing I forgot to do immediately, though. This is always something we need to do. We'll see how the engine temps end up getting.
Okay.
He is beating Sainz, though. We don't want to have that cost us too much. Meanwhile, though, Perez is sticking up. Hamilton's going to probably be the bottleneck that causes a train here. Hopefully, Vesti and Leclerc keep fighting Hamilton. It's just me and Perez the entire race, because it's already a 2nd gap. While Perez is trying to make moves on us. We're racing, and they already can't keep up. So, Ricciardo already not keeping up with Leclerc, though. That's interesting. That is very interesting. We're going to stay pushing for a little while. Norris is already falling behind Danny. That's disappointing. You got to stay up in there, buddy. Meanwhile, Vesti did end up getting past Hamilton, but it's already almost a 2-second gap here. And Hamilton is sticking right there. He's not letting this go. He's turned this into a mission to pass by him in this next DRS zone. Now that we have DRS. Even before it, he's trying to make moves. Already finding other drivers on your F124 My Driver career mode. Listen. He's trying to make moves. He hates me so much. And Teo getting the new fastest lap, though. Even with the DRS, Perez not able to make moves. I mean, there might have been some back and forth, but Norris is currently trailing behind Sainz. Hopefully Sainz can bring us back up to Leclerc and Ricciardo, who hopefully will start fighting more. But I think it's time we go back to balanced. We go onto neutral. I think it's time. How's the tire wear looking? I think we go to aggressive now. We try to be better on tire wear like we were last season and the season before that. We're already pretty... Actually, you know what? No, we're already better than everyone else. Now that I'm looking at it, we're already keeping up with the medium runners. Norris is doing a wonderful job. Almost keeping up with the hard runners. And Pourchaire already pulling out a 1.3 second gap to Perez. Perez not getting the DRS, and it's getting worse. I mean, to be fair, Pourchaire's battery is dead, though. I think we need a bit of top up on both of them. I mean, it must be the fact that we're on equal tire wear and we're on better tires. Meanwhile, the gap Hamilton is behind 3.3. Not great. Not great. Meanwhile, we're still gaining that gap with Teo on top up. Keep in mind. That's actually nuts. Norris is stuck in a DRS train, so not much he can do about it right now until people's tires really start wearing off. Man. Norris overtook Sainz. We missed that. Listen, I was going to stream, by the way, F124 tonight. But my knee, I worked a lot today. I basically worked for 12, 13 hours today. Almost. Actually, no, it was more like 11. But one thing that happened was I got a pinched nerve in my left knee, the one that I used my brakes for. And let me tell you, the race was not going to go well tonight with that. I think it's 36 laps. Season 2, speechless. Season 3, pretty optimistic, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say Season 2 speechless. Season 2, I think... it was hopeful, weirdly enough. I think it was hopeful. I knew it wasn't going great, but I also knew that there was a lot that could go right in the second season. And it has. Norris overtook Vesti. He's starting to make those moves. Oh, the helmet cam. Look at that, man. And they're fighting up ahead. Perfect. Oh, speechless about Ocon? Yeah, he sucks. Oh my god. I can't believe he sucks so bad. And Norris already building up a second gap to Vesti. Oh my god. God damn. I think it is time. Is it time to take these guys off the tack? I don't think it is. Season 1 was horrible. Genuinely. The last half of that season, Miata could not have driven worse. And the fact that he was the driver kept still blows my mind. It's crazy that we're making all these moves on top up. Honestly. And that we have a 4-second gap to Perez. On top up. We're keeping our engine cool. Norris's isn't that great because he's in a lot of dirty air. We might want to start getting him to drive in clean air. He overtook Hamilton.
Here's the replay. Now here we are.
Another helmet cam. Lando's just making so many moves. Into the hairpin, inside line, right behind Leclerc now. And I think he could see Ricciardo up there. Leclerc doesn't have DRS. Look at that. Oh my god, Norris. He's putting in that work. So is Pourchaire, don't get me wrong. I think it's about time we took them to this, though. Because now we're starting to catch up with those other soft runners. We've been really chewing through them. Hopefully Pourchaire can maintain that gap. Let's put you on a neutral, Norris. We're going to leave Pourchaire on top up because he's low. I mean, Lando, I'd like you to catch that gap back up, but that was that turn, man. Apparently it was good. We caught back up a little bit. We need to get back in that DRS zone of Danny. We absolutely need to. I'm actually going to have you push a little bit. See if we can get in there. Let's just attack a little bit more. This tire wear is better. We're going to go to neutral with Teo because that gap is starting to come down. And this gap is starting to come down, luckily. Please tell me we got it where we needed it. I don't think we did. Damn it, I fucked up. And... nope. Brutal. Brutal, 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 brutal. Yeah, this gap is really starting to come down. The mediums are really starting to come back to these guys. And that's where we're really starting to fade away. But you can see that tire wear, now that we stopped attacking, just shot right up. Not for Norris yet, because he hasn't cooled us down as much. And we actually do need to attack with Port Chair, because his tires are too cold. That's not right. We need him off avoid high-risk curbs, apparently. We don't need to drive in clean air anymore. We're going well. I mean, I would prefer Norris to be up with these two, but, I mean... this race, we're just kind of letting it go. And that's beautiful. Again, the medium runners are going to start working to us. Same with these soft runners that are now a little bit better than Port Chair. Let's go back to avoid high-risk curbs. Let's go back to avoid high-risk curbs. A few more upgrades on that suspension, and we get the tire wear up, and we just have a clear advantage on everyone's pace. But if Leclerc and Perez start fighting, that's going to be huge for Teo. Absolutely massive for Teo. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to start happening. Although the gap is still going down. I don't get it. What's going on here? Those mediums are so much better now. There's a part of me that wants to just hit onto hards right now. Because there's no way we keep this gap. But our tires are also wearing a bit too much for Teo. These guys are just... these three are on a mission. Look at that gap form from Lando. Oh man, I'm not a fan of this. We had a 4.5 second gap, and in just 2-3 laps, it's gone. We need these guys to just go side by side, and they're just switching. They're actually working together to fight us, which is nuts. We need Perez to eat his tires way more. He's like, the hard runners are really eating into theirs. Or the medium runners are just doing really well. But I think it's more the hard runners. Our engine is very nice and cool this race, though, and I love that. But yeah, now they're all right here. They're all here. Our team is the new Haas, actually. You're correct. They might be actually the new Kick. This Kick is a point-scoring team now. Teo's keeping it. We're hitting that pin window soon. I mean, maybe if these four, if us four at the I can't talk, at the top start fighting, maybe we could bring that gap down to Lando. But we also might not want that as a team. You tried. You tried, Leclerc. It ain't happening.
You ready? Copy.
I don't think this lap. I think next lap will pit. And then with Lando, I think we're going to try and get the undercut on the hards with this lap.
Confirm.
I think that's our strat with these guys. So let's really eat these tires. Let's just start attacking.
We're gonna box.
Copy, box.
Okay, let's box this lap. Box this lap.
Confirm.
Oh, some might say we didn't. You might say we didn't use our softs enough, but I think it's okay. That 1 second gap to Hamilton just in time. Look who's not getting DRS. Oh, he did. What? Okay. No, we've been passed. Big time. Leclerc just shot past us. Lando, the first person in the pit, the only one in the pit this lap. Pourchaire's just falling back now. Pourchaire is a bottleneck now. We need to be in that DRS. We can't not be in that DRS. Teo. Man. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, Teo. Okay, we pit with Leclerc. That's actually really fucking hopeful for me. Maybe we can jump him in the pit. I doubt it. No. And Norris came out behind Lando, or behind Pourchaire. Which, I mean, it does make sense, but that means he got stuck in traffic. You know it's bad when Verstappen is now slow traffic, by the way. Okay, we're gonna get off of Void high-risk curbs on the hards. Hopefully that keeps them at a nice operating window without wearing them too much. Because that's a mistake I made in that first stint with both of them. Norris overtook Verstappen. Okay, I mean, was this just in the pit lane? Oh no, it was before the pit lane. But was Max pitting anyway? Oh no, this is not even close to the pit lane. I'm dumb. Mega! That's mega! Way to go, Norris. I didn't know that's something he says. Okay, Norris came out in front of Sainz. That's huge. Pourchaire just made moves on Lawson. That's huge. Ricardo came on in new mediums. We're definitely going to be faster than Leclerc and Vesti for a little while. Like, we don't even have DRS here, and we were gaining. How many here are pitting? Another 3 to get up on. Another 4. And slowly and surely, we are moving back up to those top spots. And Norris really did work out well in those pits. Streamer did F1 Manager, and he did the race at my home GP in Singapore. And there were 4 red flags, 1 safety car, as well as 6. Jesus Christ. Honestly, this game produces some of the craziest stuff sometimes, I will say. We do need Norris to start gaining back up, but he is in a good spot. Let's go back to standard with both of these guys. Deploy a little bit. Deploy a little bit. Get him, Teo. Dog that man. And good, good. Pourchaire overtakes Vesti. We were there. And Vesti is already completely out of the range. He is pitting late. I know he's on hards, but Alonso up into 4th. I can't believe that all happened in just 22 laps, so that's crazy. I know Singapore is sometimes crazy, but not that crazy. Alonso hasn't pitted, yeah, I know. But it's still... The Williams are not having a good race. They have lost out in the upgrade battle a little bit at this point in the season. They were doing so well before. They were doing so well before. Porcher's doing a really good job with these softs, by the way. Making a lot of progress, a lot of moves. Back up with Leclerc. Perez, though, again, hasn't pit, but he's way out ahead. But he's lost a huge gap, I think. I think he's lost already 5 seconds to everyone else that is already actually pit. We do have to, I think, just stay on balance the rest of the race. You can see it's barely going to last that amount if we stay right where we are, I think. But Norris has brought that gap down by like 1.4 seconds already to Vesti because his tires are so dead. If he can then make that gap to Ricciardo, that would be massive. Norris kind of came out. He did come out in the same spot before he pit. He was an 8th, but he did not have any pace. He did not seem to be doing anything, even against these top runners. And after the pit, I think we did a good undercut with him. Because now, obviously, after everyone in front is pit, besides Perez, he's in 6th. And he's just going to, later on, come into them better. You can see, like, we will have... I could probably go aggressive on him, to be honest. We're not going to do that with Porcher because he's on softs and he needs to be much more careful. We are going to deploy with these two a little bit. Because if Porcher can catch Hamilton here and then run in free air again, that'd be huge. That would be huge. Norris, though, has a 10-second gap to go to catch Ricciardo. Perez finally pitting. Let's turn that off on Norris, and then turn that off on you now that you're in the mid-50s. And Norris is passing these two. Hell yes! So, after the pits, Norris gains 4 spots with the undercut. Beautiful! Now, we do kind of want Porcher to push a little bit. We need that gap to start really coming alive again. But I don't want the tire wear to get eaten up as much. Because he's on hards. And the hards and mediums are really going to come at us again. So, you know, I'm not fully sure about this pit strat. But hopefully these hards come in with us at the end of the race and it goes better. Vesti has just some...
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
I don't know what you see, man. I don't. I gotta be honest. Norris doing a good job, though. Oh, fuck. Left that in deploy too long. Forgot about it. Bringing that gap up. And that's what we need. That's what we need. Because once Porcher pits before all of us, Norris is going to be put up into those podium spots, and that's what our goal is today. Porcher. Norris, I don't remember what I'm saying anymore. My brain is so discombobulated today. Let's bring that back down to standard. Actually, no, let's go. Let's fuck it. Bring the temps up a little bit. Go to attack. Bring that gap up, baby. Or actually, close that gap, because Perez is now behind us. Now that he's pit. You know what? We're going to go on standard, actually. If Perez gets us, hopefully he can bring us up in the DRS. With the DRS, he can attack us into the other people. That's the goal. We need to stay on neutral with Porcher. Hopefully nothing bad happens. New fastest lap by Perez. Hopefully he doesn't completely break this DRS before the next zone. And it looks like he wow. Wow. Immediately Perez is just flying in that Red Bull on softs. But he is chewing through those softs, mind you. Absolutely chewing. Mind you, Porcher is going dead on with where he needs to go. I'm pretty sure he pit, what 3 laps ago? 4 laps ago? That's like 4 or 5% a lap. That gap to Ricciardo is barely going up anymore, though. So those softs are starting to become less worth it than the mediums. Leclerc is chewing through those mediums, or those hards too. Technically, so is Norris a little bit. So I guess Ricciardo's just doing a really good job at tire saving. These gaps are crazy, by the way. The fact that there's a gap between everyone in the top 7 is nuts. That's nuts. Next weekend in Mexico, Alonso will take his 400th career GP race. Oh my god. Weekend entry, that's awesome. I love Alonso, I really do. That gap's starting to go down for Norris to Perez even more, though. Even though the softs are starting to come around. Norris will pass Perez at some point. It is mental that he's still here. I know it's mental that Lewis is still here, too. But it's just mental that Alonso is still here. Oh. Verstappen just... Man. Also, the Mercedes qualified well, did not race well. Yeah, that gap is starting to come down. Ricciardo's really starting to catch up now. Norris not able to keep up with the cars in front. Falling back. Sainz, though, can't keep up with him either. So, that's good for us. Still showing they got it. Yeah, they really are. But look at this gap from Ricciardo to Leclerc. Look at these gaps. It's huge. F124 could never. They could never. Yeah, that's really come down now. He's in a second. I mean, there's not really much we can really do about it. Especially with the fact that we might even have to do a little bit of fuel saving. I think I'm going to start going a bit more aggressive with Teo, because that pit is coming up. And I want to stay up in that DRS really bad. I think we didn't... I think we're not going to... Unless this straight goes really well for us. Yeah. Nope. So let's go back down to standard. No point in really chewing the tires. The most and second most number of GP race weekend entries as well as race starts in F1 history. Yeah, I mean, I also feel like that goes, though, without saying a little bit, just because how long their careers have been. Also, Perez on those softs is really starting to die. We'll be going on to hards. Again, I think next lap is the move. And then Norris is still just chilling.
Box, box.
It's going aggressive.
Copy, box, box.
Try not to eat the tires too much. Actually, let's go and avoid high-risk curves, but also attack. Still be racing in F1 in the 2026.
Copy.
Oh my god. It's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. Leclerc's tires are starting to be worse than us. We're starting to really save these hards better than everyone else with Norris, and that's huge. That means we're just gonna have pace longer. But that gap is 10 seconds to Perez, and the gap to Sainz is coming down. Let's go back down to standard. And off, avoid high-risk curbs. We maybe should have pit this lap, but I'm still going to hold out. I mean, to be fair, if things go really south with Lewis, which it's not going to happen, but if somehow Lewis turns into a new sergeant and crashes every other race, they can buy him out of it. It's Ferrari. They can afford it. You know? So, there is that. Yeah, no, Perez's softs are now just as worn as our hards, so that's going to start really coming down. Honestly, I don't know how Piastri is gaining on us with 49% on softs, but hey. I hope someone keeps Alonso, but, you know, if Alonso doesn't want to stay, I completely respect that decision, too. Wait, he's not pitting yet. Oh, I was looking at Lando. Whoops. Alright, Lando, you're our new leader. Those softs are still so good at 47% for everyone. Let's get these cooked. Let's start attacking. To drive a newly designed F1 car? Maybe.
It's a fairly heavy accident. There's a lot of debris on the start finish straight.
What happened? Oh? Stroll's tires are at 11%. I can't wait to see a replay of this. Vashore lockup. It's Richard Vashore.
To turn 1.
Apparently.
Well, you can see the lockup, and they'll need to be mindful of the effect that that had on the tires.
There's no way that's... Yeah, what did they do? Can we see what they did?
Car is off. There's debris on the start
Okay,
finish straight.
okay, they're gonna show the crash. So Stanek and Stroll. So it looks like Stroll just kind of squeezed Stanek a little bit. He didn't have anywhere to go to the right, and they just came into contact and just boop. But it looked a little bit more like a racing incident than I think penalties. Right? Has Hauger pit again? No. Okay. So that's something to keep in mind. But Stroll has damage. So does Stroll get a penalty? Is that what that is? Or is that just... Been confirmed they've got a penalty. Stroll got a penalty. Let's bring those tire temps up, by the way. Let's bring those tire temps just a little bit higher. Maybe we can start catching Leclerc. Or, nah. It's not going to be that big a difference. Although I would like if we lose Piastri. It's slower than Williams. Yeah, it is very embarrassing for them. But to be fair, if you think about it right now, Haas is faster than Ferrari in this race. Not fully, but both drivers, if you consider that. I mean, not points-wise, but just the fact that we have both drivers with the points and Ferrari doesn't. And Porsche is actually technically in the net lead. So, there is that. Or possibly net second. Let's bring those tire temps back to standard. And Sainz is gone, by the way. So Norris's tires are just too cold. It is. It's embarrassing for a lot of teams. It really is. Hauger mechanical fault? Okay. There we go. Stroll. I can't even remember his name. Fucking... My brain thinks Riviera, but I don't think that's true. I feel like such a dick. Kick is doing really well. I think they have 22 points already. Or somewhere around 20 points. They're doing far better than Mercedes and Aston. Which is just nuts. That gap is really starting to come down to every... Well, Norris's isn't really, but... Wait, how did we lose so much time on signs? Oh, right, we pit. That's poor chair. My brain is so fried today. It's bad. So much work. My short-term memory problems. So I have a diagnosed memory problem due to my... So if your ADHD is bad enough, you're not paying attention to anything at fully 100%, no matter what in your life, at any point in your life. And that's what I have. So it's harder for me to process things into my memory. And it's just so bad tonight. Yeah, Paris is doing... Paris has a... They still have the best car, I think. Danny has been doing so good that I think it'd be... You know, I know in real life the joke is Paris is bad, but, like, we know he isn't. He's just got a consistency problem. We're getting close to that pit window with Norris, but I think we're going to take it pretty late. To get on those mediums pretty late to try and really have a lot of pace till the end. About that, actually. Let's go back to standard. For sure, new fastest lap. That's random. Not someone I would think, even in the Ferrari, that would be taking the fastest lap. Sainz overtakes Norris. Yeah, we're just going to go back and forth. Oh, whoa. That's not good.
Okay.
How do they have so much pace on me when my tires are way better than them and we're on the same compound?
You can pick up the pace a little bit for the moment.
Like, Hamilton, I can get at 40% on softs, right? I'm like, okay. But just, you know? You know?
Just focus on yourself now.
We need to let this go a bit faster, though, because we still got 20 laps to go. And we've already been live for an hour. Overtakes Hamilton. That's huge. Both of our drivers are together again. But not where we want them to be. Meanwhile, Norris gets Sainz. And I think Pourchaire's about to get Sainz. Joe, mechanical fault. Cool. Great! That's huge. That's huge. Let's get these back to standard. Keep those temps in a nice range. Sainz pits, so that means the next gap is huge. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 I don't want to give him team orders. But I also don't want them to fight. You pushed him wide. A little bit, I think. I think he hit gravel. Okay, guys, we need to work together. You got that? We need to catch those Red Bulls. Paris has 28% tire wear. Man should be super slow. Yeah, look at that gap come down, by the way. Look at that. Look at that. Already a second. Because we got that, I know he's pitting. I know he was going to pit this lap no matter what, but we had that open for a lap. We gained 5 seconds before he pit. Paris is going to be left in the dust by both of us. We're ignoring you. I am, however... Let's go aggressive on them. Bring those temps back up.
Prep ourselves for a push.
Yeah, Norris is falling behind a lot already. New fastest lap. Who is that? Piastri. Okay, cool. Was he on softs? He's on mediums, and he got that. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we're now in that 2-3. We aren't really catching on Ricardo too much, but it is gonna be done soon once he does pit. So there is that. Oh, he pits now. Interesting. Okay, so Norris. That means this lap. Next lap on the mediums. We should come out in 9th in the points with fresher mediums. I just don't know. I want to pit later. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. Right now, though, this looks beautiful. We got a 1-2. Clean those temps up. Yeah, Pourchaire is just flying away now. Let's deploy with them a little bit more, again. See if we can get these gaps even further to everyone else. Once it goes below 50. We're back to neutral. Pourchaire, new fastest lap? That's crazy. Okay, now, next lap. Onto mediums. Confirm pit. Let's attack. But let's also conserve for a little bit with these guys. Nope, not on tires. Just so we can make sure that fuel gap just A little bit. Just enough. Ricardo's on brand new softs. He's going to pass us in an instant anyway. That gap to Leclerc is really what matters. And technically, it's looking okay. What we need Norris to do is just stay in that DRS. And he did for this. New fastest lap. That makes sense from Danny. We do need these to go the whole way. I think Ricardo has to pit again, right? Maybe not. But there's no way he beats Pourchaire. No way. Sargent has mechanical fault. I hate to see that. No, I hate to see that, you know? Hitting this lap. We're not going to come out in a pretty spot, I don't think. But we're going to have pace over quite a few of these guys later on. I mean, this might be bad for based on how everyone else is already. And how we're like the... Lando's the last person... I fucked Lando, didn't I? I think I fucked Lando. I mean, he came out in 7th, so that's not too bad. We need this gap to immediately start going down, though, for it to be worth it. It is, but I don't know how I feel about it. Let's actually attack for a little bit. No, we need to manage that pace. We might need to go on avoid high-risk curves for you. Lock-on spins.
Now we're approaching turn 2.
That's why we got rid of him.
And the control's lost. And that won't do anything to help those tires.
Yep, back to reality for Toto and Mercedes. Definitely. Definitely. Whoa, wait, whoa. How are we already back ahead of Daniel Ricciardo? By 3 seconds. What happened? Why are his tires so bad already? Man. Lando's making good moves. Good work already on the soft runners. I think Norris is actually going to have a really good result. I hope Pourchaire can get this, though. We're going to have to deal with Hauger. That's a bit of a bummer. We do want to maybe go a bit aggressive to bring those temps back up. This gap is now back, though. Hauger doesn't really stop Ricciardo, but does a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll give it to him. Norris, you need to be doing a bit of a better job catching on signs. 10 laps to go. We have a 1.5 second gap on Ricciardo. I think we can go to standard for the till the end because his tire wear is almost the same as ours now. Meanwhile, this gap is still going down. Are we going to be fine on fuel? I feel like we're not. But I also don't want to conserve right now. I mean, I know we got 8 laps to go. As long as we get, like, at least 0.09 or 0.9 per lap. But it doesn't look like it. Yeah. We saw that technically happen right there. I'm very concerned. This is not coming down fast enough at all. We might lose this to fueling. I'm having extreme deja vu. Yellow flag. It's not going to be safety, no. Sonoda.
Right then, can take a look now. This one is involving Yuki Tsunoda. All good at this point.
Everyone seems to be
The
messing
car
up.
fails
Oh,
to respond.
that's Yuki. Not a mistake you should be making at this point. I think we need to do this fuel saving for a little bit. Luckily, we're staying in that DRS of Ricardo. And we're in the DRS of Sainz now as well for Norris, so that's big for our fuel saving. I think Teo's going to win this. Norris overtakes Sainz. You love to see it. Confidence going down a bit for Teo, because he failed to make an overtake. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. You still get DRS, you still get DRS. That's what matters here. We're still gaining on everyone while fuel saving. I think that should say everything. Porsche overtakes Ricardo, we see it. Norris is making work on Piastri now. If you look at that tire wear, it's a huge difference. Tight battle for 9th as well. I mean, yeah. I mean, now that I looked at it, Alonso's fallen back a little bit. But, oh, man. Oh, man. Norris now has a 10-second gap. I don't know if he's gonna make that. We do need to calm him down on the tires a little bit, though. His are burning a little bit. We need to keep them in those optimal temperatures. And then I think we need to go standard on Porsche. I don't know if Norris is going to get anything better than 5th, but he qualified 8th. It's an improvement on the whole race. And Porsche looks like he's going to finish where he qualifies. So that's great. Yeah, Norris isn't gaining on that gap anymore. I think we can come off fuel saving now, but I'm still going to save it. Yeah, this isn't even changing at all. So that's just projected from the start of the race, I think. So it's good that I did that when I did. I think we're good on it now. Let's deploy a little bit. Bring that gap up, make it safe, in case we do need to fuel save the last couple laps. Yeah, that battle for 9th seems to have really ended. Now there's a battle for 10th. Gasly and Alonso for that final point. Everyone else in the top 10 is so spread out, but not Gasly and Alonso. I hope Alonso keeps it, as much as I like Gasly. We'll see how that ends up. Yeah, the 4-second gap now from Ricardo to Porsche. I mean, Norris is making moves. He is gaining. There's just not enough laps left. But if there was a, you know, if any of these guys had to do a two-stop or three-stop, it would have been a completely different story. Yeah, Alonso has no tires, you're right. Yeah, he can't keep up anymore. He can't do it. Damn, sad to see it. Yeah, the softs were definitely not the move. And it's not like he made... No, he did make Q3, didn't he? I think he did. Yeah, he did for sure. Right? Again, my memory's not so good on that. Yep, our fuel is looking clean now. Let's go to aggressive for Lando. He didn't? Okay, my memory's just fucked today. It's been a long day. Just to double check, we're going to conserve a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Verstappen not doing a horrible job making it up to 13th. He gained a few positions. So, you know, he's trying to do his best with that car, but he's still just not a points contender at all. Just not. That gap is still coming down. If he had another, like, 3 laps, he could get Perez. Oh, yeah. 1 car podium, 1 car just at the bottom. Damn. And 17th is a pretty accurate position for Perez to get in a bad race. It's like usually 16th or something like that. So... ugh. Meanwhile, it looks like we're the new McLaren.
We do not require any fuel liftoff.
All right, it's a great race for our team. That's it. We're done managing. Wow, look at... whoa, 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 whoa. There's a fight for the last podium spot. There's a big fight happening for the last podium spot. 2 Red Bulls and a Ferrari. Ricciardo's race really fell apart. Oh my god. Softs were not the move for him at all. Perez with the best tires in this group. Perez, though, trying to make moves on the Ferrari. Looks like it's not going to happen. Oh, he's trying to put his nose in there, but it's just not going to be enough going into this final turn. It looks like these 3 are going to finish as is. Great job. We get a win with me managing for the first time. Great job, Porcher. Hell yeah. Great job to Lando, too. He beat Sainz. That's who I needed him to beat this weekend. So that's huge. That's going to bump him up a few championship spots.
Awesome job. Well done, everyone.
Pit stops were all great. I think we even got a DHL fastest pit stop. I think we're on the board on that. Just let everyone else finish. Vesti crashed on the last lap! Before the hairpin!
Wow, what a fantastic performance.
Vesti crashed!
An
On the
inspired
second to
strategy
last
from the team.
turn!
What a well-deserved win that was.
It's hugs all round for the team.
Vesti
In fact,
just
they all
crashed!
deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that
Oh
they've
my
achieved.
god! Frederick
A
Vesti
sensational
just
achievement for
crashed!
that Haas driver, it has
I
to
can't
be
get
said.
over that!
They'll be absolutely ecstatic to finish up there.
Leclerc looks pissed, by the way.
Their first win in Formula 1, and hopefully a bright future lies ahead of them.
Oh, is that Teo's first win? I didn't think so. It might
That's
be.
the podium complete.
That'd be great if I
Chinese
managed his
Grand
first
Prix.
win for us. And for his career. I'd love that. Man, Leclerc's just not happy that his teammate sucks so bad. Crashed on the second to last turn. Couldn't even just bring it home.
Now, Karun, I'd be really keen to know, how do you think the Haas team will be reflecting on today's results?
We're reflecting on great things.
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team. Coming up next, the teams will be taking a trip to the Sunshine State. The Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
The team's home race. The first one of the season. But that is a fantastic race for us. Daniel had a great race too. Same with Charles. Perez not so much. Lewis not so much. Yuki, a fantastic race. 10 positions. Good for him. Good for him. Meanwhile, in the driver's constructor, Teo moves up into third. He is now only 23 points back from first. That's big. Lando moving up. He did not pass Sainz, actually. Sainz actually outscored him over the whole weekend, since it was a sprint weekend. But Lando does move into that fight. He's making himself more able to jump into this group of fighters. Meanwhile, for Haas, we move into second place in the constructor standings. We scored the most points this weekend, and we fucking did it. Ferrari's the only team with multiple wins, though. And we did not. I was wrong. We are not here in the DHL Fast. We still have 0 points in that. But we scored very well. We did very, very well. But I am now going to call it a night. Let's just check this stuff out real quick. We only have 2 front wings now. Can't build them. Okay. Hey, Joseph. I appreciate you hanging out, lurking, coming to say hi at the end. Have a great rest of your night, guys. I appreciate you all. What a great race. What a great race. Ah, I'm so glad I streamed this tonight. I'm very glad I streamed this nice overwrite save data. And bada bing, bada boom. Listen, I hope you guys had a great time tonight. Tomorrow, if my knee is feeling great, which it should be, it's just a pinched nerve in my knee. So we should be finishing the Austria race, which did not end up happening because my internet died. So yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your night. If you have a day ahead of you, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I hope to see you all next time. Bye-bye.